Hi you guys, Teanna Branae here and welcome back to my channel. Today's video we're just going to get some stuff done that I need to get done around the house since Julian is not here today. We're going to start with trying to organize his toys a little bit better. You guys saw how they looked when I first turned on the camera. I didn't clean after he left after he left this morning because we were going to have to organize anyway, so I'm just going to take you through the process of me doing that for the beginning of this video. So right now what I'm doing is I'm sorting through his blocks. He has 2 sets of blocks and I'm basically just trying to make sure they're not mixed in with each other because they're different kinds, like they don't fit into each other. And that little elephant box that I showed you guys is a toy box that my husband got for him off of Amazon. And so we just want to try to fit his toys into there, and then he has like just a regular like stir-like container with the lid that he also has some toys in. So I want to try to get most of his all of his little toys at least into those. So right now I'm just sorting through all of his toys and trying to organize them a little bit better so that we have the space to get everything sorted basically. And I think I'm missing a clip because there was something that you guys were supposed to see between there, but that's okay. So that container that you see at the bottom of the screen that has the balls and the Blue's Clues toy in it, that's the container we're keeping for his toys, and the container with the elephant on the front. So what I mostly did when I was splitting them up, the toys he reaches for the most, I'm putting inside of the elephant toy box, and then all of his extra toys that he plays with sometimes but not that much, I'm putting those into that box that has the balls in it. And then I'm also going to be just kind of making sure his toys are not broken, or like getting rid of any toys that are broken, or anything that I know for a fact that he just has outgrown. All that stuff I'm going to get rid of because it's just taking up space and he doesn't use it, so there's no reason to hold on to it anymore. I also needed to vacuum as I went. It's amazing how you think you do a good job cleaning and then you move your child's things out of the way and you find like random like Cheerios and whatnot, and it's like, what the heck? Why didn't I see this before? But that's okay. And now I'm just trying to see how I want everything to kind of fit back into his little corner. I didn't throw away that many toys because he plays with most of his toys for the most part. And even if he doesn't, Julian's one of those kids to where you can feel like, oh, Julian doesn't play with this anymore, I can get rid of it. But as soon as you say that and he sees that you want to get rid of something, all of a sudden that becomes his new favorite toy for like 3 days straight, and he's playing with it nonstop. So the stuff that I still see him reach for, I'm not going to get rid of any of that stuff. I'm really just, I probably only got rid of like 10 little broken toys. I honestly didn't even throw out that many toys. Okay, and then this is what it ended up looking like after I kind of downsized some stuff, condensed some stuff. I think it looks way better than it looked. Now, you guys obviously don't know how it looks because I did not clean up prior to, but it looks way better than it has looked previously. And then what you saw me doing was Julian spilled milk on the couch and it kind of left like a residue, so I was scrubbing that up, and I'm just vacuuming the rest of the living room floor right now just to pick up any extra stuff that I missed, or like if it's toys that I was sorting was sitting on top of anything, I can go ahead and get that area cleaned and all that good stuff. And next on my to-do list today is laundry. As you guys know, I think I've mentioned previously, we go to through a laundry service to get our laundry cleaned. So all I have to do is refold certain things that I don't like the way they are folded. So I'll refold certain things and put that stuff away. And they don't like divvy the clothes up, so I just have to go through and like put Julian's stuff with Julian's stuff, my stuff with my stuff, and Andre's stuff with Andre's stuff. And I'm talking to Andre at the same time because he's sitting at the dining table. So when you see me look over and talking to somebody, that's who I'm talking to. But yeah, I'm just really just sorting through the clothes, making sure everything goes where it's supposed to go. Alright folks, let's cook some dinner. So today I decided to make some round steak for dinner, because why not? Julian's not here, so I'm the only person who's going to be eating it. Andre doesn't really eat red meat, so he does his own thing when I decide to make it. So this is just the process of how I usually make my round steak when I want to cook it in gravy. So I like to cut it up into pieces. So like, say for example, if you were having like beef stew or whatever, you would cut it up into like basically squares. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to just, I rinse my meat, pat it dry, and then just cut it up into whatever desired shape I want it to be in for whatever meal that I'm making. For this meal, I like it cut this way. Originally, I was going to do steak bites because, you know, that's the Detroit in me. We love a good steak bite. But I decided to just do a full meal out of it instead of just steak bites. And I want to let you guys know, before I put the oil in the meat in my cast iron was already on. I already had started the stove top, so my pan is already hot. That's the key to cooking with a cast iron. You want to make sure it already has some heat to it before you just add your meat to it, because that's not what you want it to be. So yeah, my skillet the heat on my skillet was already on, so all I have to do is add it, which is why it's already cooking. So yeah, what I like to do is not cook the meat all the way through, just flip it around a little bit, make sure it's cooked on both sides. I take it out, set it to the side. I'm going to add some more oil to my pan because I'm making a gravy or a roux, whatever you want to call it. So I'm just taking a whole onion. I'm going to chop the onion up, and that's going to go, well, you guys will see me put it in, but I'm going to use a whole onion. I'm going to take some flour and add it to my grease. I let my grease sit a little bit longer so that the grease that I had just added could get hot as well, and it wouldn't be like I was pouring the flour onto cold grease. I don't know how much flour I use. I don't measure. I've made gravy so much that I can kind of just eyeball it. So I just add my flour, and then if I don't like the way it's combining with the cold water, which is what says in that measuring cup is cold water, if I don't like the way it's combining, I can just add more of either the flour or add more of the water. It just depends on what texture I'm going for. You do want to make sure you're making gravy that your water is cold. That is extremely important. And this is just how I like to season my gravy. For the most part, I put the same stuff in my gravy no matter what kind of meat it is. So we're just going to add some garlic first and let that get nice and cooked in there. I'm adding more flour because I want it to be a little bit thicker. The key is, because I'm putting this in the oven, oh, by the way, the oven is on and preheating already at 350. But what I'm going for is you want it to be thick, but also a little bit watery. It's kind of hard to explain because you know what I know. When I put it in the oven, it's going to thicken up. So I want it to have a certain consistency to where I know when I put it in the oven, it's not going to get lumpy, so to speak. So I'm just putting my onion in. That's the onion that you guys saw me chop up. And I popped that whole onion in there. Gave it a quick stir. I'm adding more seasoned salt, which is what you guys saw me add to the round steak itself. That's just some ground pepper that I'm adding right now. Crushed red pepper and paprika. I love crushed red pepper. I like stuff to have a bit of a heat to it, but not too spicy. I don't get to enjoy my crushed red pepper as much since having a child because he doesn't eat spicy foods. But I love crushed red pepper. And I'm just adding more water. I'm trying to get that consistency right. One thing my grandma has always taught me, and that's just some balsamic if you guys are wondering, but one thing my grandma has always said, it's easier to add to your gravy than to take away from your gravy. So if you don't know how much of what you want, start slow and then add to it. Don't overestimate what you need and then you've messed up and now you can't go back. So now I'm just adding some Tonys and some paprika, some parsley. Give that a stir and we can add our meat back in because now my gravy is the consistency that I wanted. And I don't know if you guys can tell, it's still runny, but it has a hint of a thickness to it as opposed to it looking super watery. And I hope that I'm making sense. That's the best way I can explain it. And once I put it in the oven, I think I let it cook for another 20 to 30 minutes in the oven. I can't remember. And this is what it came out like. And I just put it with some brown rice and some mixed vegetables. And I'm actually glad that I ended up not making it super spicy because by the time I finished cooking, Julian did end up getting back home. So I was able to give him some because it wasn't too spicy. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And I will talk to you guys in my next video. Bye.